Hey, what's going on everyone? This is G and I'm funkin' hungry. In this video, we're going to try the Red Rooster pie. So it's the chicken and gravy pie. Comes in a lovely brown bag. So this is a collaboration between 4 and 20 and Red Rooster. So it's basically a frozen pie, that's why it looks so neat. But yeah, it's pretty hard underneath. It's pretty flaky on top. Sealed pretty well. Now also I did get a couple of pieces of fried chicken, and just because I haven't done them on the channel yet, I thought I may as well just throw them in this review. So what really can I say, you know, it's like a frozen pie that they've heated in the oven. You know, it's cooked pretty well, it's not overcooked. But yeah, just holding it isn't the same as like a fresh pie. You just kind of know that it's just a frozen pie, like a bit of a processed one. But let's give it a taste. Cheers. But this is what it looks like inside. You can tell that there's not that much filling. There's not that much chicken. You get some shredded chicken inside. It's a little bit bland. The gravy doesn't have much flavour. Yeah, just sort of, it doesn't have the nice crispiness that a fresh pie from the bakery would have. It holds all the ingredients in fairly well. There's something about it that's not that satisfying. If you go to a bakery, like a decent one, the gravy is normally really delicious. It's just kind of bland, but I'll have a few more bites, then I'll give it a rating. But you can kind of see there's not that much filling inside the pie. Yeah, there's not much flavour in here at all. It just tastes like any other sort of really frozen pie that I've had. You know, there are some pretty good frozen pies out there, but this is just, it just has that typical frozen pie sort of flavour. To be honest, I'm not even really tasting the chicken. Might try a little bit of the chicken by itself, see what it's like. I mean, Red Rooster does do some nice chicken, but I don't know, it's just getting lost in this. Tastes like their roast chicken, but I can only taste it when I picked that little bit out. But I'll finish this pie off and we'll give it a rating. It just needs a little bit more flavour in this. Okay, so towards the end, I did get a bit of flavour coming off it. There was like one bite where I could taste a little bit of flavour. The gravy is really bland. It's not too bad of a consistency. The pie was warm. The chicken, there's not enough chicken. They need like double the amount of chicken because I couldn't really taste it in the pie. Just had that very bland pastry taste throughout the pie. It needed more spices. That gravy needed a little bit more flavour. So my rating for Red Rooster's chicken and gravy pie, I'll be generous and I'll give them a 3.5 out of 10. The pastry, it was nice and flaky on top. It just, I don't know, it's not the same as getting a fresh one from the bakery. Normally there's like a bit of butteriness and a bit more flavour in the pastry. Normally you go to most bakeries, even the worst pies have more flavour than that. If you're in the need for a pie, probably just go to the servo. But yeah, at least I guess they have a different option on the menu, but I just wouldn't buy that again. Especially if I'm going to Red Rooster, there's just plenty of better options there. Like even probably chips are going to be nicer than that, but hey, some people will probably love it. Some people, you know, probably don't have taste buds, so, you know, they probably enjoy that. I paid $5 for this pie. It did say it was like $7.45 or something on the app. But when I went into the store, it was $5, but you can go to a bakery and you can support local small businesses and you can get a better pie than that. So my price rating for the pie, I'll give that a 3.5 out of 10 as well. I feel like it's below average price because at the end of the day, they can just bulk buy those 4 and 20 pies and yeah, they can just throw it in the oven and yeah, you know, Robert's your father's brother. It's all done and dusted. The pineapple fritter, tropical perfection. Live life with seasoning. Well, apparently they didn't go by their own towelette because that had bugger all seasoning in there. But yeah, You know, I'm glad I tried it. I've finally done some Red Rooster on the channel, but unfortunately that was a little bit meh. I don't mind Red Rooster, you know, I've had Red Rooster before. Their burgers, their chips, most of their food's pretty good. I do find that their gravy is a little bit average compared to Clackers. I haven't reviewed it on the channel, but in the past when I've had Red Rooster, when I've had like a meal that has a bit of everything in it, I just found the gravy was a little bit watery and flavourless. Besides that, most of the stuff's pretty good. Before I head off, I do have the Red Rooster fried chicken as well. So to be honest, I did get this for free because I signed up to the Red Royalty or whatever. I don't know what it is, it's an app. And they give you either a large chips or chicken. And I just thought, oh yeah, you know, chips are chips. I thought I may as well show you what the Red Rooster fried chicken is like. And I've had this before and I do rate this. It is actually, it's a little less flavoursome than Clackers. But I find that their texture and how crunchy it is makes up for the flavour. Now, I have had some different Red Rooster chicken in the past. They did do a spicy one. I know they had like a honey one as well. And a sweet and sour one. I did try the spicy one though, and all it was a kind of Chinese Szechuan sort of chili oil or sauce poured over their fried chicken. But we do have two different pieces. It looks like a wing piece, and it looks like a thigh piece. But yeah, that's the two different pieces of chicken I got. Now I did get this for free. I will leave the prices on screen, but you know, I don't know if you can get a two-piece by itself. You might, but either way, I thought the chicken is better option, well for me, because I like my chicken, is a better option than getting chips. And you know, what can I really say about chips? When you order, unless you kind of tell them, I was going to say I wouldn't mind the breast piece, but I thought that might have been, you know, taking a mick a bit because it is a couple of free bits of chicken. But I will leave the price on screen because I don't know the price, but I will give it an honest rating. But going in here, I will say I do like fried chicken and Red Rooster fried chicken. So we'll sort of break some off. You can see that it's some really nice juicy bit of chicken. It's not chicken sponge. You can see that it's moist. You can even see the vein, good old chicken vein. That means that, you know, it's not chicken sponge. Anyway, let's give this a try. The Red Rooster fried chicken. Cheers. That is Phunken delicious. It's a little bit dry, but that is kind of the piece of chicken it is. It's not really their fault. It's moist. When it gets into the middle, it's a little bit dry. It's probably been sitting under their heater for a little bit. Probably dried it out just a touch. But after having so much chicken sponge on the channel, it's been a while since I've had some fried chicken and some real chicken on the channel. So this is a really pleasant change to actually have chicken that tastes like chicken. You can see that it's like real chicken. 100% breast chicken. Yeah, right. This is real. There's not that much flavour going on. It does have a slight little spice to it, a bit of a peppery flavour. Maybe some other spices, like maybe some paprika or something. But yeah, that coating is very nice. The coating itself is really good. Bit of chicken skin. That's a nice bit of chicken. I'll just show you this bit of chicken, then I'll give it a bit of a rating and I'll head off. But you can see, again, it's real chicken. It's got the skin. The coating isn't too heavy as well. You can see the skin. You can see that there's a little bit of obviously coating around the skin and around the actual chicken piece. But it's not too heavy. You know, when I had Macca's the other day and they had, I had the feisty mixed spicy, it was just basically all coating. That is a beautiful bit of chicken. Yeah, if you haven't had Red Rooster before, if you do sign up to the app, I think it's within 7 days you need to use it, but you can get a large chips or 2 bits of chicken for free. I asked the lady how to go about doing it because I couldn't just add it to the order, and basically I just gave her my number and she brought up my account that way, and yeah, I've got the pie and 2 bits of chicken for $5, so that was a bargain. This piece of chicken is a lot more moist. Obviously it depends on what part of the chicken you get, but this part is very moist and juicy. But I do prefer the white meat, to be honest. I know a lot of people don't. like white meat, even if it's a little bit dry. I do like my white meat. Any chicken is good though, really. I already knew I liked Red Rooster fried chicken. I've wanted to do it on the channel for a while now. And yeah, these two pieces haven't disappointed. So my rating for Red Rooster's fried chicken, I'm going to give them a good 8.5 out of 10. I feel like there's a little bit of room for improvement. I feel like they could probably like add a bit more spices, but then that's what the promos are for. You know, they normally do some promos and add a bit of a sauce over it. But yeah, to be honest, for the stock standard chicken, that is up there with some of the nicer fried chicken I've had. For a big franchise, they actually do some pretty good fried chicken. I feel like Clackers, KFC, are kind of lacking a little bit in fried chicken these days. It just normally comes a fairly soggy and that sort of stuff, but I'm really enjoying that. That's a good bit of fried chicken. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried Red Rooster roast chicken and gravy pie. I'd love to hear if you agree or disagree with what I've said. I know some people hate it. I know some people love it. I know some people have just said it's, you know, a little bit average, a little bit in between. I just feel like, you know, it's a frozen pie they put in the oven and cooked it, just like a servo would do. But if you want a good pie, go to a bakery. But the fried chicken, that's where it's at. Let me know what you think of the fried chicken as well. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I've said. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. I'm gonna finish off this fried chicken.